One individual may die for an idea, but that idea will after his death will incarnate itself in 1,000 lives. With this thought, I would like to wish a very good morning to our respected Chairman Sir, Headmistress Ma'am, teachers, and my fellow MCKvians. A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without power. On the occasion of 125th birth anniversary of Netaji, let us pray to the all-powerful, almighty by chanting the daily morning shloka.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्.
Subhash Chandra Bose or Netaji was one of India's most revered freedom fighters. He inspired millions of people with his ideas and teachings. His unflinching patriotism and contribution to Indian freedom movement is remembered even today. Every year, the country celebrates Subhash Chandra Bose Jayanti on 23rd January to honor his contribution to Indian National Army. Now, I have my friend George Jojo and Ronak Sharma who would highlight the life and contribution of Netaji along with a PowerPoint presentation.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is one of the most celebrated freedom fighters of India. In 1942, he earned the honorific title Netaji, meaning respected leader in Hindi, in Germany by the Indian soldiers of the Azad Hind Fauj or the Indian National Army, and by the German and Indian officials in the Special Bureau for India in Berlin. Netaji's death is one of the most discussed and mysterious deaths in India, which has led to theories and conspiracies regarding his possible survival after his disappearance in 1945. On the occasion of the 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, we will look back on his life and all that he accomplished as one of the most celebrated young freedom fighters of India. Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha Division, Bengal Province, to Prabhavati Dutt Bose and Janakinath Bose, an advocate. He belonged to a well to do family and was the ninth of 14 children. Bose studied at Presidency College, Calcutta, where he was later expelled for teaching a lesson to a professor making racist remarks towards Indians. He then joined the Scottish Church College and earned his BA in philosophy. In 1919, under pressure from his father, Bose headed to London to give the Indian Civil Services examination. He came fourth and was selected. Bose, however, resigned from civil services as he believed he could not side with the British. In 1921, Bose worked under Chittaranjan Das, a powerful politician in Bengal. He worked as the editor for Das's newspaper, Forward, and later started his own newspaper, Swaraj. In 1923, Bose was elected the president of the All India Youth Congress and also the secretary of Bengal State Congress. He also served as the chief executive officer of the Calcutta Municipal Corporation, with Das as mayor of Calcutta. He was regarded as a vigilant and charismatic youth icon in the Indian National Congress. Bose was arrested countless times and deported to Burma in 1925. In 1927, after being released from prison, Bose became General Secretary of the Congress Party and worked with Jawaharlal Nehru for independence. In 1938, he stood for unqualified Swaraj, self governance, and the use of force against the British, which then combated against Mahatma Gandhi and his views. Bose soon resigned from the presidency and formed the All India Forward Bloc, a faction within the Indian National Congress. He aimed at consolidating the political left, but was arrested again and released following a 7-day hunger strike. Bose's house in Calcutta was kept under surveillance by the CID. In 1941, during his house arrest, Bose set the scene for his escape to Nazi Germany via Afghanistan and the Soviet Union. In Germany, Bose formed the Azad Hind Radio.
In 1943, Bose traveled to Tokyo, Japan via submarines and took leadership of the Indian independence movement in East Asia and proceeded with Japanese aid and influence to form a trained army of about 40,000 troops in Japanese occupied Southeast Asia known as the Indian National Army. Raj Bihari Bose was involved and played a crucial role in the Ghadar Revolution, which was a plan to attack the British Army from the inside. Raj Bihari Bose was the founding father of Indian National Army, which was later handed over to Subhash Chandra Bose. In the military defeat of the Indian National Army lay the seed of the ultimate victory over British imperialism. As Netaji had predicted, once the news of the heroic exploits of the INM men and women with their ultimate sacrifice for the freedom of India would reach India, it would galvanize the people to rise against the British Raj. The miscalculation on the part of the British authorities helped it to happen in no small measure. Subhash Chandra Bose believed that the Bhagavad Gita was a great source of inspiration for the struggle against the British. Swami Vivekananda's teachings on universalism, his nationalist thoughts, and his emphasis on social service and reform had all inspired Subhash Chandra Bose from his very young days. Thank you.
Now we are going to hear two excerpts of Netaji's famous speech, which will be delivered by my friend Rajdeep Banerjee.
Friends, 1 year ago, when I made certain demands of you, I told you that if you give me total mobilization, I would give you a second front. I have redeemed that pledge. The first phase of our campaign is over. Our victorious troops, fighting side by side with Nipponese troops, have pushed back the enemy and are now fighting bravely on the sacred soil of our dear motherland. Gird up your loins for the task that now lies ahead. I had asked you for men, money, and materials. I have got them in generous measure. Now I demand more of you. Men, money, and materials cannot by themselves bring victory or freedom. We must have the motive power that will inspire us to brave deeds and heroic exploits. It will be a fatal mistake for you to wish to live and see India free simply because victory is now within reach. No one here should have the desire to live to enjoy freedom. A long fight is still in front of us. We should have but one desire today, the desire to die so that India may live, the desire to face a martyr's death so that the path to freedom may be paved with the martyr's blood. Friends, my comrades in the war of liberation, today I demand of you one thing above all. I demand of you blood. It is blood alone that can avenge the blood that the enemy has spilled. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood, and I promise you freedom. Jai Hind!
Forget not that the grossest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. Remember the internal law. You must give if you want to get. With these inspiring words of Netaji, I, Vatsal Singhania of Class 8A, would like to conclude today's special assembly on Netaji Jayanti. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.